guys. If you go down to the woods today, you're in for a big surprise. 'Cause Walt and Teddy are on Apps TV, showing the sights. Join the Haps, come on, it's free. And we can all be a happy community together. Good morning, everybody here on Haps. How you doing, guys? Happy Saturday. So we're in the beautiful Finnick Woods today, and you can see these beautiful wood carvings, guys. There's another one here, which I think used to be like a big dragster car. Isn't that just awesome? Then you got this one. This is my favorite. See the face on it. I don't know whether you can make it out. That's got a beautiful face on it. It's incredible. The carvings here, and Teddy's gone for a wander. But we're here early, guys. It's only like 7:43. We've been here about 15 minutes. Grant, love this intro. Happy Saturday. Hey, Grant, how you doing? Good morning, my friend. How you doing? We're a little bit earlier today because I wanted to get off to these woods because there's a lot of deer around here. So I got the big boy on here, like I got the big zoom lens, as you can see. So hopefully we can get to see the deer and everything. Hey, Chad, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. So so I'm hoping to come across. I'm doing super well. Great, that's great, Grant. I'm back to my normal self. I've had a tough week. It's been one of them weeks where I've not been the best in all frames of mind, I guess. My body. And it's just been a bad week. But anyway, forget that now. We're back to our normal self now. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling 100%. And we are heading up, guys. Now, some people did ask me about the fairy tree. We are in those woods, guys. The fairy tree is ahead. Now, I've got to keep Teddy on. Teddy's got his special collar on today. It's basically an anti-leprechaun collar. Yassine on Twitch. How are you, Yassine on Twitch, my friend? Great to see you. Wow, that's bright. That sun is out today, guys. I should sing, the sun is out, the sky is blue. There's not a cloud to spoil the view. But we've got to beware of leprechauns. And this is where they hang out, up on this corner here. So there's lots of little tunnels leading underneath the bushes and everything because they are right next. What a gorgeous morning, Yassine. It is great to be alive, my friend. And they do all these other things around in these woods. You can see they put together like the frame of like a tent and everything here. There's a swing over on this side here. Like it's just one of them beautiful woods. And they're the oldest oak woods actually in Leinster, in parts of Ireland. Hi, Walt and Teddy. Glad you're 100%. What size zoom lens do you use, please? I've got a 300 on here. I've got a 300. It's actually this one I've got on at the minute. I've got a 70 to 300. You mustn't disturb Chad. That's why we've got to be very careful along it. I want to see the tree. He's just here. Okay, that's the actual fairy tree. It's not a money tree for those people thinking I may be able to get a few seeds of them and plant them in the garden. It's not a money tree. It's a fairy tree. My football team has just played and won by 97 points. Oh my God, Grant, that is awesome, my friend. Wow, that's some margin. That is my Leicester team won in the week 3-0. So delighted. We're still like close to we're in the Champions League positions at the minute. So that's great if we can hold on to the end of the season. But I just need to stay quiet now. Teddy's basically a little too far ahead for comfort here. Hi, fellas. Are you feeling better? You've been under the weather past couple of weeks. Get better. Hey, Andrea, I have been very much under the weather this week. Great to see you, though. Thanks a million for coming in. Great. Thanks for info. What I need to buy one. Lovely. Okay. Yeah, this is a Nikon one. Like, this is the fairy tree we're approaching, guys, and this is where all the little tunnels are for the leprechauns down on my left. So we have to be a little bit careful around this spot. But I'll take you up to the fairy tree and we'll stay very quiet. Who knows? Are the fairies around? The fairies are very difficult to actually see, guys. and they were 9 or 5 behind, at a quarter time. Oh my God, Grant, that's incredible win. So yeah, so you can see, this is what's known. Hi, Bo, how are you, my friend? Is this Narnia? No, this is the fairy tree, guys. And if we're very, very quiet, we have to be very, very quiet. Oh my God, the leprechauns have been out. You can see all the little sticks here, all the little lollipop sticks. They've been doing their mischievous stuff. But yeah, this is known as the fairy tree around here. What's this one? Melissa, Martin, Tiffany, Finn, Harper, and Ollie. Oh my. But yeah, I'll show you in a minute, guys. But this is where the leprechauns actually hang out. Now, I got to keep Teddy in pretty close because he's got his special collar on today. It's basically an anti-leprechaun. It gives off like an electrical pulse. It don't let the leprechauns near. The leprechauns do not like the electrical pulses. It's like an electric shock they get if they get too close to Teddy. So yeah, I've had to put his special collar on today. Brendan, how are you, my friend? But look at all these fairy doors. Oh my God. Isn't they just awesome, guys? There's a lot more put up here since the last time I was here. All these beautiful little doors, and there's a little light here for the fairies as well, but they can see in the dark anyway, so there's no problems on that. But ain't it just wonderful? And they've got their own little rock pool at the side here. Nice one, Brendan. Nice one, my friend. But isn't that just beautiful, guys? All these little and there's even some eye ones up here. But well, I love this. Happy tree, happy doors, they're wonderful. Oh, Angie, ain't it just beautiful? Yeah. But we've got to be very, very careful. You know what them leprechauns are like. They're not the nicest. This is just simply fantastic. Cheers, Grant. Oh, wow. Yeah, but like I say, I'll show you the tunnels which lead in. This is basically, they're all underneath the ground here. You can see the tunnels where they come out sometimes during the day, but mainly during the night. That's when they come out and they feed. So this is like, it's covered in a lot of brambles at the minute. But you can see the way the tunnel actually leads in, and their tunnels start to go on underneath the ground here. So this is the part where we have to be very, very careful. See if there's any movement around the bushes. See if there's any around this morning. Hopefully they're still sleeping and they don't disturb us today. I got to watch for, obviously, Teddy's safety as well. So that's the main concern for me this morning. So once we get away from here, I don't feel so bad. But look at these beautiful trees. What a morning, guys. So that's the fabulous fairy tree of Tomnafinnig Woods. Isn't that just beautiful? Beautiful, guys. Right, we're going to leave this. We will be back later on. Like, we will be keeping our eye out for the leprechauns. We'll be keeping our eye out for the fairies as well. You never know what's going to appear. You never know what's going to appear, guys. So we'll keep it handy. We'll keep it close. We're going to go a little wander around the beautiful woods now because there is so... I'm not a tree hugger, but I do love looking at trees, guys. I think that... There was just some movement over in the bushes here, guys. I don't know. Maybe nothing. Maybe just a rabbit. Maybe just a rabbit or something. I'm hoping I come here early today because I wanted to see if I could catch the deer for you. There's a lot of deer here. Last time I was here last Friday. We did see a few does here, but I'm looking for Daddy. I'm looking for Daddy deer. Listen to them birds just tweeting away. Isn't it the most beautiful time of the day? I'm looking for Daddy deer, guys. Them little deers, they are so gorgeous, and the way they move around and everything. But no, I want to see Big Daddy deer, and I'm going to have it out with him. I want to know what he's up to. But some of these trees, guys, they are just so fantastic. This is basically one of the oldest oak forests around in Ireland, actually. And a lot of this, the wood, the oak from this forest, would have been used in a lot of the universities around the UK, as in Cambridge A lot of the wood from here actually got used in the building of Cambridge University, also Trinity College here in Dublin. Some of the wood was actually used from here. This used to stretch for thousands of acres, guys, but over time, as you can appreciate, all the trees were cut down, used for different purposes and everything, and they have just dwindled away. We've still got beautiful woods. Good sound, my friend. Good morning. Good morning, my friend. But yeah, so you missed it, Gazelle. I will go back. But our fairy tree of Tomnafinnic Woods is down here. And then we've got the leprechaun tunnels over to the right-hand side. We didn't see any leprechauns this morning. We was very, very lucky. Gosh, it's like I'm living vicariously through your walks during this lockdown. Oh, that's awesome, Gazelle. I'm just glad you enjoy them, my friend. But yeah, we have to be very, very careful. There are leprechauns. Listen. And them beautiful birds singing away. It is just a fabulous morning, guys. Grant, this is probably the perfect time for the drone. And guess what? I didn't bring it. I rushed out this morning, and I didn't bring the drone with me. But before I forget, guys, just need to remind myself and remind everybody else. It's our special friend, our lovely friend, Takara's birthday today. I was chatting to her. She was doing her Uno broadcast earlier on. So I said I would sing for her. Now, as you know, I'm not a very good singer, but I like to sing happy birthday to people once I know it is their birthday. So here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dearest lovely Takara. Happy birthday to you. Just in case she don't come in today, but hopefully she might pop in. I think she's still actually broadcasting, but I know it's very, very late in her neck of the woods, so I don't expect her. She's probably catching a few Zeds by now. But anyway, I said I'd sing happy birthday to lovely Takara there, so hopefully she does get to see it at some stage. But yeah, these are just the most fabulous woods, and the good thing about these guys is during the storms and everything, the trees actually fall, as you can appreciate. The trees come down and everything, but unless they're actually on the actual walkways, they will leave them. So then they start to gather these bushes, the moss and everything like that, and they just make the fantastic pictures. They just look lovely. Instead of removing them away, they leave them where they are. And that's what I love about old woods like this. When you get the storm, obviously some of the trees are coming down, but say for instance there was a tree across the walkway, then they would clear that. And the nice thing about this one as well, no matter how muddy Teddy gets, we've also got a nice river which actually runs down the bottom as well. So you've got this nice, beautiful river which actually runs through the woods. It's just one of those most fantastic woods you can actually come. We was in a nice woods last night, but believe me, there is so much life in these woods. There is so much happening. The trees, the deer, the squirrels. We've also seen the blue jays here as well. So I don't know what we're going to come across today, but hey, who knows? And then you've also got the fairy tree. You've also got the leprechaun. So we do. Your whispering star presentation reminds me of David Bellamy. Does it really, Chad? I don't know whether that's a compliment or hopefully it is anyway. Yeah, it's so quiet. I don't want to be shouting around here. My God, you could probably hear me from a mile away even though I'm whispering. You listen. Let me just give you a 360 and let you listen to the birds. Bear with me a second. Isn't that just fabulous, guys? And I don't know whether you heard it over in this direction here. There's a woodpecker around as well. So we're going to try and get round to them at some stage, and hopefully that's what I've been wanting to get for such a long while, is pictures of the woodpecker here. It's basically this greater spotted woodpecker. They're the ones they usually have around these ones, so that's what known as the greater spotted woodpecker. And we got my little man here as well, of course. We need to keep his eye out, not only for leprechauns, we also need to keep our eye out for the deer as well, guys. Any movement or anything in the bushes, in the trees and everything like that, we'll stop, we'll have a good look and see if we can get a few nice pictures of the deer today as well. So we're going to be here. There's two beautiful walks here. You've got the wooded walk, which we're actually on now. We can spend a couple of hours in here. And then you've got what's called the railway walk, okay, which is a old railway, which I think that's a 2 or 3 hour walk as well. So who knows, we might do the both today. It's Saturday, it's our long day of walking, and I know we've got to be out. I've got to be back and out again. I've got to go round for a bit of a birthday celebration this afternoon. Got to be round for like 4 o'clock, I think it is, so I can't be spending the whole day out here. That was amazing. Chad, isn't it just fabulous just to listen to the beautiful birds? Just it's so wonderful. And even just looking at some of these trees which are around, like I say, I'm not a tree hugger, guys. I'm not one of these that goes around hugging trees, but I just find this so much, I don't know, I just love looking at trees. Trees and clouds are my thing. I really love, I could sit here and if there's clouds here, just look up the sky above and I start imagining different shapes. I start imagining different things within the clouds. Can I picture something there? Can I view something or anything? It's the same with trees. I'm always looking at all these old trees. Can I get a picture from that? Is there something there? And no matter where I am, even if I'm walking around the local streets, my eyes are always focused and looking for that perfect shot. The perfect shot is out there somewhere, guys. And I've just not captured it yet. I've had a couple of good pictures during the time. What is wrong with tree? Nothing's wrong, Chad. Nothing at all. No. Some people find it's very weird, but no. If you're a tree hugger or anybody is a tree hugger, then fair play to you. But no, I love trees. I love trees and clouds too. There you go. Yeah, I could literally, some of the trees around this forest are just absolutely fabulous. And like I say, these are beautiful oak trees. They're the oldest oak trees in, hold on a second, Teddy just had a stop there. This is one of Snoop. When Snoop was alive, you should hug one more. They carry lots of energy within them. There you go. We'll hug a tree later on then. I won't be doing it on scope though. On broadcast, but we will hug a tree. But yeah, these woods, when Snoop was alive, when Socks was alive like this, they used to disappear. They used to be gone for like 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever. Just let them run. But Snoop, when Socks passed away, Snoop was an absolutely incredible dog with his hearing. He could be like Teddy here. He could be in front. Then all of a sudden, he would stop and he would look. He would point into a direction like that. And I'd catch up with him like that. He would stay there and I would see where he was looking. And sure enough, they could be deer in 60, 70, 100 yards away. But Snoop knew they were there. He was incredible, as in when it came to any deer or anything. Some of the beautiful places which we actually go, Snoop was incredible for sniffing out the deer. I also appreciate trees and nature, don't we all, Chad? Oh my God. I'd be lost without being able to get out and appreciate and enjoy the nature around me. And visiting woods like this, I don't know, it certainly does. You do feel so relaxed, so at peace with yourself. So, I don't know, there's just something about it. You do feel some type of energy, and it does basically, it recharges me, you could say. recharged me, ready to head up the mountains. But it's just a beautiful woods. There's so much to explore here. We do actually go through the centre of the woods. It's not just all path as well, and especially when we get down to the bottom as well, the little river which actually runs through it. It's just absolutely fabulous. But to be here now and listen to the birds, what a time in the morning! Like I say, it's just past 8 o'clock in the morning, and what a beautiful time of the day it actually is. I should have really been here a lot earlier. I was awake. I was up awake early again. I should have really got up and come out for the sunset, but I was catching up on a few other people's broadcasts. It's roughly the only time I get during the day is when I wake up in the morning. I lie down in bed and I catch up with a few people. Would you like to live in a cabin? Oh my God, Chad, I would. I could actually do that. I've also said I would actually get one of these mobile, the motorhomes. I'd love to get a motorhome and travel. That's one of my dreams. When I retire, that's one of my plans. Hopefully I can buy a motorhome and I would travel for whatever. I really would. I got the opportunity this year to borrow one of the motorhomes. It's actually a 5 berth, but one of my work colleagues actually has one, and he says he'll basically, all I've got to do is put fuel in. I don't have to pay for it or anything like that. He's offered it to me and says, take it, whatever. If you want it for 7 days, 10 days, if you want to take it for 2 weeks, go ahead, no problem. So I got the opportunity to do this this year. So I'm waiting to see how the pandemic and everything fades out, whether we can get back to our traveling ways and everything like that, and then I'll book it off him, and we'll head off and we'll go to different places. Indoor smokers. I lived off the grid in a cabin on top of a mountain for a few. Wow, that is awesome. Yeah, I could actually do that. I could do that. I would have no problems at all. I just love being out in the middle of nowhere. I find so much at peace when I'm at the top of the mountains, when I just sit there. If I'm not broadcasting, people don't see me off broadcast. I could actually sit in the same spotlight for half an hour and just look at the beautiful views. Do it. Don't wait until you're tired. I know it's money though at the minute. I'm still in a job and everything, and we still have a mortgage and everything on the house and everything, and there's still bills to be paid. But yeah, I know exactly what you're saying about do it, don't wait until you retire, because the same thing happened to my father. He had his own business. He had a painting and decorating. He was actually a qualified draftsman, but he had a painting and decorating company and everything like that. He was due to retire the summer. He was going to come across to Cornwall and visit me because he wanted to do some walking with me. He wanted to see the coastlines of Cornwall. He wanted to see all the beautiful birds that I told him about. And he says, I'm going to finish early. He said, I'm going to retire a little bit before my 65th birthday. He says, and I'm going to come across and spend some weeks with you like this. And what happened? He passed away on the New Year's Eve. And he was only 64. How incredible is that? So yeah, he was really looking forward to his retirement and everything like that. And he never got to it. So yeah, I don't want to be one of those. I want to slow down, and basically it's just money letting me back at the moment. If I had a few extra in the bank, then maybe I would. Me too. I find harmony in nature that doesn't exist in the city. Exactly, yeah. I've been a city person. I've lived in towns. I've lived in cities and everything like that. But I'm a bit of a culture, what they call a culture now. I live out in the country, very small village, close to the mountains and everything like that. And yeah, it's just a place I just find at peace now. I can remember traveling through here where I actually live when I first came to Ireland, like what is it, back in 1995, I think was my first visit to Ireland, which is 26, 27 years ago. That's sad Sophie lost. Thanks a million. Yeah, he's been passed away now, 1999, he actually passed away. So 21, 22 years he's been gone now. But yeah, that's the way it goes, guys. You never know. You only get one go on this roundabout, and you never know when it's your turn to step off, guys. You really never know. Something could happen tomorrow. Something could happen happen next week, next year. We could live to be 100. My nan was actually 99 when she passed away. How incredible is that? But my father's side, the side I actually follow, isn't particularly good. I lost my brother. He was only in his 50s. Late 50s. I lost him not this Christmas, the Christmas before. He was very young. My father went at 64. My father's father went in his 40s, believe it or not. He died in his 40s. So my 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 bloodline, if you want to say, if I follow my father's side, is not particularly good. So I do need to keep an eye on myself. I do need to look after myself, because when you get to this side of 50, then you never know, guys. Good morning, Ross. How are you, my friend? Appreciate you dropping by. We're in our fairy tree woods. We started off by showing you the fairy tree here and checking out, but no leprechauns around today. But we're also, bear with me. Oh my God. I don't know whether Teddy's just seen a ghost. Sad to lose him so young. Chad, he was my idol as well. I really looked up to my father, like more than I ever did my mother. As much as I love my mother and everything like that, I didn't really have. My father was the one I always looked up to. Like, he used to take me fishing as a child. He started me in. Now, believe it or not, when he passed away like this, like, he was mad into his photography. He was mad into his hiking. He was mad into his bird watching. He was mad into all these different things. And my sister turned around to me once and said, "You're going to end up like him." And I said, "I'm never going to end up like my father. Who wants to go bird watching? Who wants to go hiking? I don't want to take up photography. I'm more into sport and doing this sort of stuff and everything, playing golf and all this. I'm never going to be like my father." Look at me today, guys. I am the spit of my father. I go out. I got my camera around my neck. I got my binoculars in my bag. I love looking at the birds. I love hiking. I love photography. My father was a big fisherman. Whether I ever get time, it's just time now. I just don't have time to go fishing, but I'd love to get back into fishing as well. But sad to lose him so young. Exactly, Chad. Yeah, he was. Ross, it is absolutely stunning here, my friend. It is just a beautiful wood. The trees absorb stresses, anxieties, suffering. It's good to sit against a tree and just relax. Andrea, I do that while I'm here, my friend. I do. I just don't want to stay in the same spot in a minute while I'm broadcasting. But yeah, we'll be here for a few hours and we sit down between these trees and we do take it all in. I love it here. I really do. And I look around and hopefully we'll get to see the squirrels and everything as well. I just love watching the squirrels jumping from tree to tree, climbing the trees, gathering the nuts. That's if this little man in front, that could have been what he spotted earlier on. That's why he come legging it back to me. He was probably squirrel chasing, guys. You're a tree hugger in training. Andrew, I know. I'm a secret tree hugger, really. I absolutely love reading the Narnia series. There you go. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out for those deer, guys, because they are around here somewhere. Gotta go. Have a great walk and don't forget to hug a tree. I will do. I will do. I will do. And I appreciate you dropping by to say hello. You're so, so kind. Have a great day yourself. Tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to be doing. For those who don't know, I'm actually on JS Live tomorrow evening. That's Jim in Chicago. He does he's starting a new European show basically for the people around Europe and everything, because his normal show, the JF Live from Chicago, is usually on early mornings where we don't get to see it because it's on too early. So he is starting a European one and I'm one of the first guests on that. So that's tomorrow evening, GMT, guys, 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. So I'm really looking forward to speaking to Jim and all the other awesome guests who are going to be on. There's going to be Irina Ideas from Montenegro there. She's an absolutely beautiful, awesome person. There's also Emmy Rich, and there's also Gemma as well. Emmy I followed for a number of years as well, another awesome person. I don't really know a lot about Gemma, but Gemma is also a lovely person as well. So it's going to be great to catch up with all these people on Jim's first European broadcast. Do you get red squirrels in Ireland? Chad, they are trying to get them back. As you know, the grey squirrels basically killed off all the red squirrels in a lot of places. So they did become more or less extinct in Ireland, the red squirrels. Now they have introduced them back in, and I mean, as you know, grey squirrels are now classed as vermin. Grey squirrels are not liked by anybody because they did what they did to the red squirrels. The red squirrels are just one beautiful creature. They don't do as much damage or anything as the grey squirrels do. So there was at one stage, I think they were trying to cull the grey squirrels. I really think that was happening. Now, I have seen a number of red squirrels on some of my hikes, which I do around the woods and the areas I do cover, but not to the degree as I've seen the grey squirrels. The grey squirrels are literally everywhere. Salam, Mr. Saad. Salam, my friend. And happy Ramadan to you. I think you're still halfway through your Ramadan, my friend. So hope everything is going well. I know now the sun is up now in Saudi. You're a couple of hours ahead of me, so I know you're now fasting for the day. But I hope salam, my friend, salam. I hope everything is going okay, my friend. Great to see you, Mr. Saad. But yeah, we're at these beautiful oak tree woods here in a place called Tomnafinnick here in County Wicklow. I'm still within my 20k from my house. We can travel up to 20k now rather than the 5k from before. So it is nice to get out to some different places. But these woods are just so magical. They're so beautiful. They're so different, many shapes, and so old as well. They're incredibly old woods, guys. Red squirrels are only in Scotland and the north of England, but not here in the south. Really, Chad? Oh, it's the same there, yeah. Yeah, but I know grey squirrels were classed as vermin, and they was trying to get rid of them because they had destroyed the population of the red squirrel. Good morning, Mark in Dorset, my friend. How you doing? Great to see you. Great to catch you. Thanks a million for dropping by. We're in some beautiful... Ross, thanks a million for the Appreciate Award. You're very kind, my friend. I really do appreciate that. And I appreciate each and every one of you for dropping by and saying hello, guys. But at the moment, we've passed the fairy tree. The fairy tree is in this direction here. We've gone past that. We didn't come across any leprechauns today, guys. We're in the search now for deer. We're in the search now for squirrels. That is if I can get to them before Teddy chases them off. Her Bran Russell, 11th Duke of Bedford, introduced grey squirrels into the park of Woburn. I know Woburn Abbey. I've been to Woburn Abbey, Andrea, in the 1880s. Is that true? Yeah, I never knew that. I knew that off the top of my head. Wow. Wow, that is a awesome bit of history, that, Andrea. I wasn't aware of that at all. I wasn't aware of that, but yeah, I do know that the grey squirrel are classed as vermin now, and they were trying to eradicate the grey squirrel because the red squirrels are basically becoming extinct now. I have come across a few red squirrels in my past. In the past few years, we've seen the odd one, but nothing to the degree where you do see them in other countries. But yeah, that's an interesting fact, that is. I weren't aware of that. The 11th Duke of Bedford, but I've been to Woburn Abbey. I know Woburn Abbey very, very well. My father used to take me there, another place he used to take pictures and photographs and everything like. Yeah, incredible. But yeah, thanks for that info. The lady full of knowledge. And off the top of your head, my God, I can't even remember what I had for dinner yesterday, let alone awesome facts like that. Bear with me, I'm just going to stay quiet just for a second. I want to see if Mr. Woodpecker is still going. I think the sound when I stopped earlier on, it was more this part of the woods, like heading down that way there. So we're going to head along that route. I knew that off the top. No. I Googled, not much left in the top of my head these days. Andrea, I'm sure there is, my friend. I'm sure there is. But yeah, I tend to forget a lot. I remember some some people are probably classed as useless facts, and I forget the mainly important ones, like my name. How old am I? I don't know. Or is it things that we'd like to forget at this time in our lives? But what a perfect time. What a perfect time in the morning just to be out and about, enjoying nature, guys. Like I say, we left the house just after 7 o'clock. We was here a little bit before we started the broadcast, but enjoying the sounds of the birds and the beautiful nature. There's not a little rustle of wind anywhere. It is so calm. So calm and wonderful. And all we see is little Teddy running from side to side. He is having, look at the shape on that one, guys. Teddy's just having the time of his life. He just runs and he runs and he runs and he runs. He just loves being out and about, off leash, nobody else around, just enjoying the woods to ourselves. And great time. Now, these would be very. Have you still got your dad's nature photographs? I've got some of them, Chad. Yeah, I've got a lot of, in fact, a lot of them actually. I've still got a lot of the ones which he actually did in the competition now. It's crazy. Like I say, my dad he did a lot of wedding photography as well. And here's a funny thing from back there. Lovely sounds. Thanks a million. Yeah, it's just one of those beautiful mornings here. Really enjoying the sounds of the birds and nature, and just being in the middle of it is just so wonderful. But yeah, my dad would be in awe of this technology of these days. He never ever came across, because obviously he passed away 21 years ago. He'd never seen digital photography. He'd never seen the mobile phones where you could take these awesome pictures on mobile phones. I can remember my dad. I used to go off to some of the weddings and everything, and like carry his bags and stuff like this when he did the wedding photography. But I can remember we had the dark room in our garden and everything. We had this big, massive shed where it was basically a dark room where he used to do all his printing of the wedding photography on the you had like 3 dishes. You put the thing into one, then into the next one, then your next one. And I was one in the dark room which used to do this with the actual liquid inside these dishes and everything like that. But I can remember my father in his day. He'd be suited up. He'd go off and he'd take these pictures of the wedding and click on this camera, click on another camera, click on another camera, yeah. And then he'd rush back. He'd rush back home, like straight into the dark room. He'd start developing the pictures. And what would happen? The bride or the groom would have their eyes shut, or they've moved their head slightly one way or the other way, and he's missed that picture. So he'd run out of his dark room. He'd get his suit back on. He'd leg it back down to the reception by this time, turn around to the guests like, look, I'm really sorry, like, but that picture of you doing this or doing that didn't work out. I need to take it again. He'd get them back out. He'd take the picture again. Then he'd be back in the dark room and do this. This happened on a number of occasions, because in them days, guys, it wasn't like it is now. It wasn't a matter of click 1,000 times at the same thing. You didn't have that technology in those days. Basically, you were using the film from a camera. Once that film was done, that went into your bag and you put in another film. There's no such thing as digital. You couldn't take 20 shots at the same thing. You had to hope that you got that perfect shot, and sometimes it was never the case. I love this walk today. Early morning is magical, as is crepuscular too. Andrea, come on. I'm not into these big words this early in the morning, but I like the word anyway. Crepuscular. Hopefully, I've said that right. Dusk. Love that word. Use it after every opportunity. There you go. It's a nice word, but I don't know what it means. I had a dark room, still have the enlarger and stuff. I love it. I know exactly, but you know what I'm talking about. Wow, that's amazing. I know, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. We didn't have them opportunities where you could basically take that picture. Oh yeah, hold on a second. Oh no, that's not the right one. Like you look on a little screen on the back of your camera now. You can see everything. You've got them connected up to your phone. You've got them connected up to your iPad. You've got them connected up to big screens if you want. You can do all this awesome stuff now. It's just incredible what you can actually do these days compared to what you could in those days. If you didn't get that shot right in those days, then that's what you had to do. You had to repeat it. He did really care in that. He was a good wedding photographer. I give him his due. He's a very good at his job. He really was. Top of the morning to you, Sir Walter Island. Good day, good day, good day, my good friend there in Australia. How you doing, Bernie? How you doing, my friend? Great to see you too. But yeah, so he would literally be in awe of all the technology which we've got these days. We go around with these big cameras, and imagine the big lenses now. You've got these lenses now you can buy, which are literally bigger than a dustbin lid. They are just the technology this day. I just think he's up there somewhere. He's up there somewhere looking down on me and saying, "That's my lad. That's my lad." He's took up his photography. He likes being out with nature. He likes listening to the birds because this is all the stuff he loved to do himself. And like I said, it was one day that I turned around and said, I would never be like him. I wanted to play football. I wanted to, I don't know, play golf. I wanted to do all these different things. I never thought I'd be, once upon a time, be hiking around, walking around the woods, listening to the birds, taking pictures, binoculars in my pocket. Oh my God. Good day, you old bugger. Bernie, you're lowering the conversation here. You old bugger. How you doing, my mate? It's so great to see you. Bernie is one of my bestest mates there out in Australia, along with Grant, and there's so many other people. Andrea who's in the room. My God, Andrea is one of my first followers from Periscope. There, it's just great to still be in connection with so many of you great guys, and I really do appreciate you dropping by to say hello. So nice hearing your tale before bed. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. I appreciate you dropping by as well. And it's always great to chat. Like I say, we are a happy family in here. We don't talk politics. We don't religion. We never get, well, I'm saying that, touch wood. Here we go. We're going to touch wood, guys. We don't get the trolls in here either. We are so lucky in our little room here. But you're so welcome. I really appreciate you dropping by as well. Pronounced correctly, I still love the cultural aspects of non-digital photography, the setting up, anticipation, manual selection of f-stop and all. I know. Yeah, that's another thing, Andrea. Being app's most watched broadcaster now. You have, Bernie. You've been Hap's most watched broadcaster. Hey, guys, we were actually featured again last night. That's 2 weeks in a row as broadcaster of the week. My God, on the Haps community Q&As last night, the broadcaster of the week. We was actually on there again. That's my second week now. Isn't that just incredible? Have a great day, everyone, and thanks a million. You have a great day too, Nick. Appreciate you dropping by. Bernie, cheers, Bernie. You are awesome, my friend. You are awesome. Mary Dennis, thanks so much for the subscription, my friends. I really appreciate it. Now we're going down this big. I could go down here. I could run down there, guys. But you know what happens when I run down hills? So we're going to take the easy way down. If I weren't broadcasting, I would go down there. But there's always a chance if I go down there today. And Andrew would love that if I slipped. Now, because we're going deep down now, guys, I may start to lose a little bit of reception. Hopefully I don't. We will get the reception back when we start to go along the flat along here. But I'll just give you a little view and let you listen for a few seconds. I'm going to give you another 360 while we're at this part here. And I'm going to stay quiet. You may ask, can he stay quiet? I can stay quiet. I'm just a peasant sent from England to Australia in ball and chains. my shoe. Does life get any better? Does life? Oh, Ross, it is just so beautiful, my friend. Just so beautiful. And it seems the more I talk, back again. Great for you to be back, Chad. I apologise. I may lose reception a little bit just as we start to head down this way a little bit. So bear with me a second. There's also another dog walker in front there. That's the first person I've actually seen this morning. Teddy. Teddy, come here a minute. Ted, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here a minute. Come here a minute. Say good morning to everybody, mister. Say good morning. He says, Dad, there's too many stiffs to do. There's too many sniffs. So what we do, usually from here, we'd go down to the left, guys, and I'd take you down towards the riverside. But for those who are just joining, I'm going to follow it back to where we actually started, and I'm going to cut this broadcast off, and I'm just going to enjoy the sounds and everything myself. But you've got about 10 minutes now, and I'll cut this off for the time being. I'm going to take you back to the fairy tree where we actually stopped, just for those people who did join late and didn't get the opportunity to see where the fairies hang out, where the leprechauns hang out. So we'll take you back towards there now, guys. This is a beautiful walk, and hopefully we get back gorgeous symphony, mesmerizing bird songs in it. Just fabulous. Absolutely, Andrea. Absolutely, my friend. And this is where, along this stretch as well, this is where we often come across now. We did hear him earlier on, or we did hear her. I have to be careful. It could be a her, could be a him, not quite sure. But this is where we heard the woody woodpecker. He's a greater spotted woodpecker, so hopefully we can get to hear him again. Nice chatting. Well, I must run. Bernie, have a fabulous weekend, my friend. You old bugger. Bernie, great to see you, my friend. Have a great day. I don't know what you got, any plans or anything, whether you're heading out to the football or you're heading out somewhere, but always a pleasure to see you. You are so good. And all the bestest to Vanita as well. And hopefully one day, when this dreadful pandemic is over, who knows, we might get to meet up, who knows. But football is on. There you go. Football's on now. You enjoy it, Bernie, and all the very best, my friend. I think is it the Tigers or the Sharks, or I don't know, one of them anyway. All the best anyway. Hello, Tiara. Tiara, send me some food across. Tiara's the most person who eats on every broadcast. She's always got some type of food with her. I'm staying, but will thank you now for another enchanting forest walk. Oh, Andrew, you are so awesome. I really do appreciate you. You follow me. The Tigers tonight. There you go, the Tigers. Andrew has been, and those who don't know, Andrew has followed me now since probably one of my first broadcasts actually on Periscope, and she's been a great support to me and helped me out, and she's one who puts me on the straight and now. If I've done something wrong, she will always give me advice on maybe I should do it this way, do it that way. And she's just been so supportive. I get lots of emails from Andrea, and I really do appreciate it. And I'm not the best of persons to actually reply to emails, so I will say it now. I am sorry, Andrea. I do read each and every one of them. It's just getting the time. I am just up to my eyes. Like, this is the only time I get to myself is when I'm out. I'm out and about enjoying my walks, talking to you guys. So I much prefer to say it in person than down on paper. But yeah, I do read each and every one of your emails. I do appreciate it. Maybe I should just just send something back, just say thank you. It's just that I feel your emails are so deep and so long. I'm thinking my couple of sentences that I string together probably don't suffice sending back to you. I can't see Teddy. Tiara, he's here, look. He's there. He's there. He's out. He's enjoying himself as always. Oh, there he is. Teddy, wait for us. Oh, Tiara, got to be careful because these woods here are renowned for the leprechauns. I'm going to take you back to the fairy tree. I'm going to stay quiet. I'm going to keep Teddy down by my side. Teddy does have his special collar on today, so I feel a little bit easier. Basically, it's a leprechaun not a detractor. It's basically gives off electrical pulses. Now, leprechauns do not like electric. It's like if a leprechaun got near to Teddy or anything like that, it's like an electric fence. It would basically send off this shock, and the leprechauns would scarper again. But yeah, we're heading now towards the fairy tree where the leprechauns hang out. But hopefully we should be okay. I can't see Teddy. Oh, there he is. There he is. Yeah. But yeah, strange happenings happen in these woods, guys. Strange happenings happen. They really do. And I show you this one up here. I think it's a little bit further on, but we've actually got a memorial up here as well to somebody, like a gravestone. So imagine being here in the dark. Oh my. Andrea, before I forget, I don't know whether you see my Twitter, what we actually did. For Socks and Snoop, basically their ashes and everything like that was made into a tree, and they were planted into the garden. But we was able to we've got paw prints now, which is solar paw prints. We put them into the garden and they light up. Obviously, they recharge during the day and they light up at night time. Oh my God, check the picture out from last night, guys, on Twitter. This phone camera is just absolutely incredible. Remind me, are you using an iPhone? No, I'm a big Android man, Chad. I'm a big Android. This is actually the YP30 Pro. I've still got, I looked it out. I still got an iPhone 3 when I did start using iPhones. And then I had a big problem with iPhones. I think it was round about the iPhone, I don't know, 5 or 6, one of those anyway. And I lost a lot of data and I couldn't get it back. And I don't know, there was big problems anyway. So I said, that's it. I'm never going to stay on iPhone. And I moved across to Android, and I had the Samsung S5, the S7, the S8. And really enjoyed Samsung. Then I heard so much about the camera on the Hawaii P30 Pro. I thought, that sounds good. I'm going to give that a try. But you get the up-to-date cameras, you get the up-to-date phones, and within a couple of months, they're out of date, guys. They're out of date. You cannot keep up to date with the likes of phones these days. You do reply, send thoughtful emails now and then. We know each other well enough to understand the email reply thing. Never a problem. I'm guilty to. Oh, Andrea, thanks a million. I feel a little bit at ease now. I'll check you on Twitter. Yeah, check. I put a couple of pictures up. I was out last night. Before we went to bed last night, I let Teddy out into the garden. And oh my God, it was pitch black. And I took this picture with this actual phone I'm using now, and it looks so light, but you can actually see the solar lights I put on, and then the paw prints as well, and it is the most beautiful thing. There's 4 paw prints there. 2 are pointing towards Socks's tree, and 2 are pointing towards Snoop. And I just think it's the most beautiful thing. Picture quality is good with this phone. Chad, it is when we get good reception, my friend. It is awesome. It really is. So I'm just checking out now. This is a well-known spot for the deer around this area. Stay tuned for an email. Subject: grooming Teddy. Grooming Teddy, no problem at all. No problem at all. He certainly won't be being groomed by our ex-groomer. Well, the groomer who came to the house, which sheared him like a sheep. But as much as I give out about him, I think Teddy is so happy with a short coat at the minute, especially with the nice weather and everything like that. He's running around like a little pup. He is just loving life. Teddy, Teddy and his dangly bits. I apologise about the view of Teddy from behind there, guys, but yes, unless I put a nappy on him, then there's not a lot we can actually do about that. Not for the foreseeable future. He's been booked in, 3 times now to have his bits removed, if you know where I'm coming on that. But he was due again next Monday. I had a free week, and now I'm actually booked up for 3 days. So he can't. I don't want to basically let him go in for an operation, come back with a cone and everything, can't, and then I've got to go away, work for, even if it's only for mornings or anything like that. I don't want to leave him on his own. When he goes in to have the operation, I want to be at home for the week, so make sure everything's okay with him and pepper him and pamper him, rather, not pepper him. Jeez, don't want to be peppering. Pepper spray, Teddy? No, I don't think so. Pamper him, I meant. But yeah, I want to be there to look after him, so. I've had a busy few weeks, and I've got a busy few weeks ahead. The whole of May is pretty hectic with work-wise. So I know this is what I was going to show you. Look, guys, how strange in the middle of the woods to come across a stone. Becky Bodkin. What a name, eh? Becky Bodkin. Becky Bodkin, 1949 to 2013. Age, 60, could be 63, could be 64. Clapham Woods Action Committee. But isn't that just strange and so eerie? What a place to have it. Look at this little man. He thinks he's lost me. Oh, Teddy. Oh, Teddy. She must have been in a mood of sorts, stressed out on Teddy. There. Fur access, temperature control, keeping as long as possible is best. Yeah, stay tuned for it was a he, Andrea. It was actually a he. And he weren't the most, how do you put it? He weren't the nicest of people, even though he'd been actually recommended over to us as well. He might have been so good. I did. Obviously, he come in a big converted transit van with all the grooming studio and everything in the actual van. He turned, that's so cute. That look above the path. Ah, Ross, whereabouts? That's so cute. That look above the path. That look up here. Woody Woodpecker, I heard him. He is still there, guys. I'll let you listen to it when we get a little bit closer to him. He is still. Excuse my expression of a Woody Woodpecker, but that's the best I can do. That's so cute. He's probably frolicking about, practically dancing on air because he no longer has to wear his formal. I know. I do still carry it in the back of the car. I've noticed it gets cold. It still gets cold, but his jacket it don't fit him now. It doesn't fit him, Andrew. It's too big for him because he had all this beautiful fur, looking like a big teddy bear beforehand, and now it's all been chopped off, and now his jacket don't fit him. How Teddy peeked above the path looking. I know, Ross. Oh, isn't it just so beautiful? Brett, my friend, how's things with you? Great to see you, Brett. Awesome, my friend. Thanks a million for dropping by. I really appreciate it. We're in the oldest oak forest here in Ireland, and some beautiful oak trees. A lot of the wood from these trees in its day, went over to Cambridge University over in the UK there. There was also a lot of the wood used for the building of Trinity College here in Dublin too. Mr. JJ Walsh, how are you? Great to see you, my friend. All the way from Hiroshima. How awesome is that? It's a change to not see you on top of a hill. I know, Brett, yeah. I thought I wanted to get here early this morning. We was here around just after 7:30 today. I wanted to pop in these woods are renowned for the deer and everything. We've actually got a greater spotted woodpecker. I keep hearing him. He is ahead. So I got my big zoom lens on today. So I wanted to see if I could get a few pictures of Mr. Woody Woodpecker up there. And I do see my reception keep fading. It's a change to not. Yeah, I know. So yeah, just a gentle stroll today around the woods. We're going to be out for 4 or 5 hours. There's literally two wooded walks here. We've got this beautiful wooded walks around these fabulous oak forest here. Hopefully going to locate the deer at some stage today. But we've also, and this is the worrying thing, Brett, you have to be careful when you're in these woods, because it's a woods which is renowned for leprechauns. There are leprechauns around it. I gather they will be sleeping this time of the day, but it's one of them woods where we do have to be careful. There is a fairy tree which we're approaching now. That's where we started the broadcast, from the fairy tree. So I'm going to end this at the fairy tree, so I will let you get to see. Now I have to keep Teddy pretty close to me. He does have his leprechaun protective collar on. It gives off this electrical pulse if any leprechauns do get close to us. Thanks a million, Brett, for the appreciate award. You're very kind. But yeah, he has a special collar on, so no leprechauns can actually get close to him. Mr. Roy knows all about leprechauns. He lives down in a wonderful place called Cork here in Ireland. Look at some of these trees. You can see the sort of storms we've actually had. You imagine that being blown over by the wind, guys. My God, look at the roots on that. There you go. Just give you the other side. Look at that. That's been blown over by a storm in its day, guys. You imagine that's some storm to blow that tree over. Wow. Beautiful morning, Roy. It is absolutely fabulous, my friend. And thank you for making us all smile. Great start to my day. Pulling an all-nighter. Wonderful play. You're so kind, Andrew. I appreciate it. Wow, those trees are gorgeous. Ross, aren't they just? They are just fantastic. I had a leprechaun in my garden last week. I had to chase him off. Roy, you get a lot of them in your garden. I was just trying to explain to people that I'm not familiar with anti-leprechaun technology. Good to see you've got protection though. Thanks, Brett. Yeah. It's just something I put over his collar. Like, I can't even catch him at the minute. Like, but yeah, it only affects leprechauns. If leprechauns jump out the actual bushes or anything ahead, then it gives off this electrical pulse. It's like the cattle in the field. They go near that electrical fence and they get this electrical shock. Well, this gives the pulses off, and any leprechauns who come near to him, anything like that, it only works with the leprechauns. It's crazy. Why it don't affect me or anything like that. It don't give me electrical shock, but yeah, it's just basically called the leprechaun protector or something like that. I need to look it up. But yeah, it's worked all the time I've been up. Like Snoop and Socks actually used to wear it as well. Like, so yeah, it's doing the job and it's keeping them away. But we haven't seen them for a little while now. But Roy was saying one was actually spotted in his garden, like, and he had to chase it off. Now these guys are only literally 3 foot high, but they treat dogs and everything like that. If you imagine ourselves riding a horse, well, that's what they think pets are to leprechauns. That's what a dog is to a leprechaun. A dog is basically a leprechaun's horse. So that's why they try to put a saddle on the back of the dog, and they'd be away with it. I never get them back if I weren't careful. So I do have to protect Teddy, guys. I do have to look out for him. Now we have to lower the tone up here, because this is where their tunnels are, guys. Right up on this corner here. This is where we've got the fairy tree. We've got the fairy tree, and you'll see all the fairy doors on there as well. The fairies are worse. They come down my chimney. Oh God, boy, we're having a conversation here, and you have to say, Roy, have you been smoking again? That's Santa. That's not the fairies. That's Santa coming down your chimney. Oh my God, you got to show the difference. You need to. I'll send you a couple of. When I get back, I'll put a memory on that, Roy. I will send you a couple of pictures and just show you the difference between a fairy and Santa Claus. It's Santa that comes down your chimney, not fairies. Oh, no. Oh, exactly. Exactly, Andrew. Yeah, they certainly would. Oh God, boy, you absolutely cracked me up there. But yeah, we have to be so aware, guys. You never know what you're gonna come across when you actually walk. So that's why I haven't got presents the last 5 years. Yeah, would you like to be Santa and be called a fairy? There's not many Santas who would take that very politely. If you're calling Santa a fairy, no wonder he's not left you any presents. Oh my. I will send you a couple of pictures, Roy. Do goblins come down chimneys? I don't know about the goblins, Andrew. I don't know about the goblins. Thanks for the lovely walk in the woods this morning. Glad we didn't disturb the fair. Chad, we're there now, my friend. If you want to just have a quick look, it's just around this corner. 2 seconds. Teddy, come here. Keep back. Keep back. Now, usually you know goblins are jumpers. Now we've been a little bit racist there, Roy. Nothing wrong with the dubs. Now this is a fairy tree here, guys, right in front of me. I will go slow, like a sec. We have to be very careful. Teddy, come back here. Don't need you pulled in. But a beautiful tree, guys. But yeah, I thought they were from Galway. Oh my. Oh my. Teddy, come here. Come here. Got to keep you close now. So this is the tunnels, guys, around this area here. Okay. So this is the beautiful fairy tree. I will show you a few of the doors on here. Yeah, sorry, goblins shouldn't compare to a beautiful guy. I don't see. I think it's a little bit either too early or a little bit too late now. But this is known as the fairy tree, and you can see there is a few damaged doors, and that's what the pesky leprechauns actually do. These have got a little light down here, look, to keep them to keep the light at night time, so they're not always in the dark. But fairies are renowned; they can actually see in the dark, so there's no problems on that respect. But see all these fairy doors. My God, there seems to be. I think the fairies are actually populating quite a lot just recently. There seems to be more and more. And look, bit of damage here, and that is what causes. This was obviously a fairy door, or maybe a fairy house at some stage, and it looks like them leprechauns have actually been out, they've damaged it, they've destroyed it, and that's the sort of thing they do. That's just the sort of thing they do, guys, and that's why we have to be so careful of these pesky leprechauns when they're out and about. And that's a beautiful. Hold on a second. Oh, Teddy says, "Oh, Jesus, Ted, that's my phone there. You just banged your head on. Move out of the way. I just wanted to read what that says. It says, special brother, oh, sadly missed. Oh, that's actually a memorial stone. Oh, are there more besides Bono?" I'm not going to answer that one, Brett. We swapped Bono for what years ago. Oh my. Now the one thing leprechauns, I don't know whether you're aware, they don't like laughter either. Look at this tree in front, guys. Isn't that just beautiful? Absolutely awesome. You better make a door for the tree, extra protection. We better. I just want to show you guys. I just want to show you the tunnels. And then I'm going to close this off for the time being. I will be back later on. But I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to take a few pictures and everything. See if we can spot the deer. But this is the tunnels, guys. You can see the way the brambles go down on the side and they come up this side as well. And you can see the little route in here. Well, if you head down this route underneath, that's where you get all these tunnels. That's where the leprechauns hang out. I don't see much movement in the actual bushes, so I think we should be okay for today. You better make a door. I will make a door for sure, Andrea. So, guys, I'm going to love you and leave you for the time being. I'm going to go off and enjoy the sounds of the birds. I'm going to hopefully catch well, I'm not going to catch, but you know what I mean. I'm going to hopefully take a few pictures of the greater spotted woodpecker, which I keep hearing in the distance there. You know what I mean? It's around somewhere. So I'm going to love you and leave you for the time being, guy. And looks like some blackberries too. I know. Hello from Beirut. There's Jess just coming in as well. Jess, my awesome friend in Lebanon. Uh, we're just going to close this off for the time being, Jess, because we're in search of leprechauns. We're in search of deer, and we've got a beautiful greater spotted woodpecker which we need to catch. Well, not catch, but I'd like to take a few pictures of it at some stage. Thank you for the war, Ross. You are awesome. I appreciate you dropping by. Looks beautiful there as usual. I know it is beautiful. It's a beautiful It's a beautiful morning. The sun is out. The sky is blue. We're in the woods. Come and enjoy the view with Walt and Teddy here on Haps TV. Next 3 days are good. 18 Celsius. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Here we come. Listen, guys, have a wonderful day. I will be back later on. Ta-ra, Andrea. Thanks for joining from the beginning. Thanks a million, guys. Have a great day. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for the awards. You're all awesome. Chad, thanks a million. Jess, have a great day. Brett, appreciate you dropping in, my friend. You're very, very kind. So friends, for myself and Teddy, you know what it is. I'm going to leave you with that fairy tree, and who knows, there may be a leprechaun jump out from behind it. Whoever knows. Take it easy, guys. Talk to you later. It's a 3, 2, 1. We're out of here.